Welcome to Project You. This podcast explores how integrating changes into your day can produce the best in health, longevity, and performance. We've recruited experts from around the globe who unleash their wisdom to transform your world. Project You dives into how to live a fully optimized life and uncovers tools and techniques to unleash your maximum potential. You only get one shot at this life, so let's get started.
Welcome back. This is episode 43 of the Project You podcast. I'm recording this and we are literally 2 weeks after the holidays. You know, we get so wrapped up in the excitement, the energy, and the busyness and the fun of the holidays. And oftentimes when you get past New Year's, make your resolutions and plunge into the cold winter months, depending on where you live, the energy tends to fall off. People tend to experience more frustration and sadness and depression. It's just a fact. It doesn't matter whether you live in a cold northern climate or you live in somewhere that's beautiful and sunny all the time. The statistics don't lie. But I'm not here to talk about depression. I'm here to talk about, I entitled this podcast, Managing the Suck. And what I'm talking about is the negative energy draining forces of our lives. You all can think about an event, maybe today, maybe yesterday or last week, or something that's coming up in the near future that you're really dreading. And you're dreading it because of an interaction or potential interaction with somebody who really sucks the lifeblood from you. And yeah, I'm not living in a fantasy land. I understand there's commitments and obligations and things that we all must go through on a day-to-day basis. But there is a lot of choice in life, and that's when it comes down to managing your energy. I think time management is often stressed and focused on, but people often ignore the simple concept of managing their energy. Not simply just getting things done when they're most energetic, but working to preserve that energy, that drive, that ambition, and that motivation. If you're constantly surrounded by negative friends and naysayers who hiccup at every time you mention trying something new or working for something better or trying to change something or improve something, after a while you just become, you sort of meld into that mindset. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I didn't coin that phrase. You've probably heard it before, but it is so true. For example, I worked in an emergency department. Nurses were fantastic. The staff was excellent. Everybody was, interested in learning and coming together as a team and really, doing our best to ensure the best outcome for every patient, helping other people when it wasn't even your patient or you were post shift and you should have gone home, sticking around and just really working as a cohesive, energetic unit. And that was amazing. Those type of experiences, I'm sure you can think back of things in your life where you were on a team or maybe just a small group of individuals who had a cohesive chemistry. And just think about those type of people that you know or people that you meet and just have a sense, just even in a short time of knowing them, that they are really a positive influence, not only in life, but also in the world, and really surrounding yourself and working to create situations and experience to share with those type of people is really a simple way to recharge your spirit. Our spirit, our energy, it's like a battery. It does drain down. It's difficult to talk yourself up when you're feeling, blue or blah or just completely worn out or wiped out. Attitude often follows action, and trying to get yourself moving in the right direction is an important step. But just think about the who, the places, the situations, the things that really make you come alive, and relentlessly prune your life. I think it's so easy to get wrapped up in the day-to-day mundane activities, the committees, the activities, the events that we go to out of a sense of obligation and oftentimes dread because we feel we have to or we must. I encourage you just to take a look at your life and really prioritize what is most important and prune out the rest. I'm not saying to become a hermit or anything like that, but think about all the activities that you do on a daily and weekly basis that might not be necessary, that your presence or contribution isn't really making a difference, isn't really making a change, and maybe just completely draining you, taking you away from your family, and exhausting you. So I encourage you just to, we're in the start of January here when I'm recording this, and just as you made a list of maybe some New Year's resolutions, which often include diet and relationships and finance, how about your relationship with yourself and your energy? It is your life after all. It's short. So what I'd like you to do is just sit down, and just look at your calendar for the next month and look at all the things you have scheduled and decide what is most important. How are you going to make the most impact that day, that week, for that organization, for the entire month, and prune out the rest. Work to extract yourself from things that really are completely frivolous or unnecessary, and reward yourself with improved energy, improved relationships, and a better overall enjoyment of life. That's going to wrap up episode 43. I hope you enjoyed this short little rant. And head over to the blog at Mitchell MD. I've got some free webinars over there where you can sign up. We're going to be talking about optimizing sleep. And also for those interested in the men's health, optimizing life longevity arena, I've got a webinar coming up in January where we're going to dive into some of the new cutting edge things in terms of men's health. And as always, be safe, be well. Have a fantastic week. Hey, are you still here? I do this on occasion, time to time. But anyways, I moved all my courses onto a platform called Thinkific. It's projectu.thinkific.com. I know it's a lot. You can find the link on the blog, but I wanted to share with you that those courses are all available for a huge discount right now. It's part of a way of just saying thank you for all the support over the last year with the growth of the blog and the podcast, the reviews on iTunes, and all the contacts I made on LinkedIn and Twitter. But anyways, you can get those courses just for a short period of time. My team is going to be putting the prices back up to the full price here in the next week. So I encourage you to check that out at projectu.thinkific.com. That's all one word, no spaces. All right, take care. I'm out of here.